If you want the Patriots to finish with a top 3 NFL draft pick in next year's draft, type me in the comments below. Let's be honest, it's a lost season. Let's get a top 3 pick. I expect to see hundreds of me comments in the comment section. Happy Monday. You're watching Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. On today's show, the Patriots not naming a starting quarterback. Is that going to be the approach this week? And we also dive into some New England Patriots draft rumors as well, tying it back to the will they finish with the top 3 pick or not discussion. But let's start with the here and the now. And of course, there's been a lot of rumors, juice, discussion around quarterback Mac Jones. And as of now, they've been pretty non-committal to him heading into this game against the Giants. Bill O'Brien did not name a starting quarterback. And here's what he had to say the other day. He said, the other day at practice, Mac took the first team reps. Bailey rotated in. Will Grier rotated in there as well. So it sounds like the Patriots are open to anybody starting at this point in time. Now, obviously, there's been those rumors of, has Mac Jones lost the locker room? Do teammates not trust him anymore? Here and that. So that certainly could play a role here. Here's another talking point here as well. Bill O'Brien was asked if he has made his recommendation to Bill Belichick on who the starting quarterback should be, and O'Brien said this, I think that anything that's spoken about between myself, the quarterbacks, Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, whoever, stays in the organization. To me, the way I'm reading this is as follows. I don't think Mac Jones is starting this week. Like, you want to instill confidence in the former first-round pick despite the struggles. You want to make him feel good about himself. Don't you just say, hey, yeah, we're sticking with Mac. We just thought he struggled the other day. Wanted to give Bailey an opportunity late in that football game. I don't think Mac Jones is starting. That's just my opinion. We'll see if that proves to be true or false. But based on reading between the lines and how these things typically go, I think they're going to make a change, and they're still trying to decide what that change is going to be. Evan Lazar as well. So to summarize, Bill O'Brien didn't indicate who would start at quarterback for the Patriots against the Giants. Decision still to be determined, with Belichick making the final call. These are your starting QB options, obviously. Mac Jones, who has started for the greater part of 3 seasons. Bailey Zappe, who got into that game late and was just a disaster, for being completely honest. And then Will Grier, who had a good preseason, but's never really gotten a chance in the NFL, so certainly an interesting option there. And call me crazy from an entertainment standpoint and just, hell, maybe even an upside standpoint at this point. Give me Will Grier to start. I don't know how it's going to go. It's already a lost season. We've seen Mac Jones. We've seen Bailey Zappe. Why not let Will Grier let it fly? That's one thing we know he will do. He will grip. He will rip. It might be a train wreck. It might be entertaining. That is one thing for sure. Rolly, I want to bring you in as well. And I think you're on the same page with me. Why not? What's the downside?
I'm absolutely in on the Will Grier train. I mean, listen. He's been on this roster for a reason. He has been the third quarterback on the 53-man, so it hasn't been a practice squad quarterback. He's been inactive for almost every single game, emergency quarterback, so if Zappe or Mac did get hurt, he would be able to come in and play. But listen, they signed him, and they're holding him on the active roster for a specific reason. I've said this in a prior video discussing the quarterback situation. They have him on the roster for a reason. They must like something. I think now's the time to see what you have in Will Grier. We've seen Bailey Zappe. We've seen Mac Jones. They both stink. We haven't seen what we have in Will Grier, at least in a Patriots uniform just yet. So why not experiment and bring him in a game where you really have nothing to lose? Obviously, you might want to lose the game. But listen, if Will Grier goes out there and cooks, maybe you move forward with something that is positive and you might have something.
Yeah, and here's kind of how I look at it when it comes to Will Grier and why I'm interested in starting him. Look, Mac Jones, I don't think is going to be on this team next year. That's just my opinion. Bailey Zappe, I think you know what you have there. He can be a mid-tier backup. He's certainly not a starter. Is Will Grier going to come out and show you that he can start in this league? Probably not. But what he could come out and show is maybe he is more valuable than a Bailey Zappe as a potential future backup. I think this team's going to have a different starting quarterback regardless next year. But I think the unknown of Will Grier is intriguing to me because hey, maybe he shows you something. He's like, well, he's got a stronger arm. He's equally as consistent as Zappe. We feel like his upside as a backup is stronger. You roll with him as your backup next year. Like, I just don't think there's any downside to playing Will Grier. Oh my God, what if he sucks, Harrison? What if he sucks? Bailey Zappe sucks, okay? I don't want to say Mac Jones sucks, but he's not the answer, and he's started 40-plus games at this point, so why not try something different? I'm starting Will Grier. It's pretty simple for me. I just want to see what he has. Look, if it's a train wreck for 2 weeks, sure, try Bailey Zappe after that, but we've kind of gone down that road before, and again, even if it is a train wreck, well, guess what? You probably don't want to win games anyway at this point in the season. As much as it's hard to say and hear that, we're playing for the future at this point. So what say you, Patriots fans? Who do you want to start? Who should start? Type MJ for Mac Jones, BZ for Bailey Zappe, or WG for Will Grier. I'm rolling with Will Grier. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments section. Now, coming up here in just a few moments, Patriots draft rumors. What is New England going to do in the draft? What could play out? We'll discuss that. But first, got to get to our sponsor on today's show. That is Game Time, the best and the most reliable and the most stress-free ticketing service app on the planet. Go to your app store, search Game Time, and download the app today. Buying tickets to a sporting event, concert, comedy show, or any other thing that you're going to buy a ticket for online, it shouldn't be stressful. It should be easy. And I've had so many bad experiences in the past where sometimes my tickets don't come through, where you get all these crazy charges that were hidden before you clicked on that charge. Game Time, it's very clear cut, very simple, very easy. They show you pictures of your vantage point, and you get your tickets in a timely manner. I've bought tickets on the same day of the event with Game Time on multiple occasions. Went to a Post Malone concert a few months ago here in the city. Also went to a couple college football games for my alma mater. Same day. I did it for the national championship game. We were in L.A., a few of us at Chat Sports, day of TCU Georgia last year. 3 hours before kickoff, bought tickets with Game Time, got sent straight to our phones, no issue whatsoever. You can have that type of experience as well. Download the Game Time app today by searching Game Time in your app store. You'll see the black background with the white G there. Very easy to find. Create an account and then use promo code NFL Chat. It's right there. That gets you $20 off your first purchase. Game Time, the best and easiest ticketing service out there. Last-minute tickets for the lowest price guaranteed with Game Time. Check it out right now. All right, let's get to those Patriots draft rumors here on New England Patriots Today, as obviously we're looking ahead to the future here. You look at the current draft order right now in the top 5. Patriots, number 3. And look, how about the Giants? Big win for Tommy DeVito and the boys over the Commanders yesterday, and that is the upcoming game. And look, I know it's not fun to say, but this feels like a must-lose. Some are saying, that this is the biggest Patriots-Giants game ever. Ever. Little tongue-in-cheek there, but listen, I think Arizona is going to win a couple games. They've already won once with Kyler Murray. They almost beat the Texans yesterday, a playoff team right now. So I'm not that concerned about them, Rolly. Look, catching Carolina might be tough, but you lose this game to the Giants, I think the Patriots are the heavy favorite to get that number 2 pick, Rolly.
No, I agree. And listen, the one thing with the Cardinals as well, they do play. They've yet to have their bye week, but the Patriots' strength of schedule, well, the only team that actually has a better strength of schedule in terms of more good opponents, I should say, is actually Arizona. So they would have the tiebreaker with Arizona right now. So if the Patriots and Cardinals were both 2-9, New England would actually be holding that number 2 overall pick. So if the Patriots lose this week to the Giants, well, they're going to be in one good spot when it comes to winning or getting that number 2 and top 2 pick. And to be honest, you need to have that top 2 pick because you need to move on from Mac Jones and find someone in the draft, a.k.a. Caleb Williams or Drake May.
Yeah, and look, where they're sitting at right now, it would be interesting if the draft actually fell exactly like this, Bears, Cardinals, Patriots, because the Bears obviously have to make a decision on Justin Fields. There's going to be heavy rumors with Caleb Williams and Drake May. Do the Cardinals consider just taking Marvin Harrison, number 2 overall? Do they trade Kyler Murray, draft a quarterback? Do they trade down from number 2? So if Arizona's in that top 3, you might be able to get a quarterback with the number 3 overall pick. But if you want to guarantee yourself one of the top 2 quarterbacks, you got to get into that top 2. And that's why, as much as it sucks, losing this week to the Giants is critical to that cause. I mean, there's just no way around it. And, hey, maybe even more reason to play Will Grier because of the unknown there. Although, he might give you a better chance to win. Who actually knows?
Who knows what's going to happen?
It would be unbelievable.
Man. But one thing I will say, and I think we both stand by this, I know it's tough to root for losses, but the Patriots need to finish with a top 3 pick to take one of the 2 quarterbacks, Caleb Williams or Drake May. Or hell, if they finish with the 3rd overall pick, it's not the end of the world because you've got maybe the best wide receiver prospect in the last 5 to 6 years, and Marvin Harrison Jr. sitting there for the 3rd pick. And heck, maybe if one of those top 2 teams, whether it be Chicago or maybe it be New York or maybe it be Arizona, maybe they actually pass on a QB and you're going to be able to take one there at 3. I think finishing top 3 in this draft, Harrison, is absolutely pivotal for the Patriots' future.
Yeah, and look, obviously part of that future is figuring out what head coach looks like. Is Bill Belichick still running this team? So lots of questions to answer, but it's easier to fast-track a rebuild if you get the right quarterback in your building. And to do that, getting a top 2, maybe top 3 pick is going to give you a good chance of accomplishing that feat. Okay, what pick do you guys believe the Patriots will finish with? If I'll say it right now. If the Patriots lose this week to the Giants, they're getting the number 2 pick. If they win, it's probably between 3 and 5. That's probably where this is going to shift, which is, again, it sucks to say, know the Super Bowl history, just let Tommy DeVito have another good week, and then, it is what it is. We can all move on from it after that. Again, this is a big game coming up, and hey, we're going live for it, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. And look, just full disclosure, Rolly and I, probably going to be cheering for the Patriots to lose in this watch party. It's going to be interesting, especially for Rolly as a diehard Pats fan, to see if it's a close game late, what he's rooting for. So, going to be fun. Be sure to join us for that this Sunday, and we'll be back throughout the week for some more videos. See you then.